Hello everybody, it's Friday, it's 9 p.m. Just wait for some of you to come on the feed. When you do come on, just pop in the comments and say hello so we can say a quick shout out to you. Hi Alice, thank you for joining us. Hi Melanie, thank you for joining us. I hope you're all safe and well. Hi Libby, thank you for joining us. I hope everybody's safe and well. Hi Stacey. So usual procedure guys, if you could share this in any groups that you're a part of or on your personal pages, just in case we have any messages for people who may not be watching. Like I said, we've got lots of wonderful experiments coming and we need to get the volume of people on the lives up in order to do them, because we need lots and lots of energy. So if you can just flood the screen as well with as many love hearts and likes as you can. This will enable the algorithm on Facebook to recognise us and for a lot more people to find us. And also, as a little introduction, I'd like you all just to find one person on the stream and just introduce yourself. So I'm going to say good evening Edith, thank you for joining us. So if you could all just find another person on the live and just introduce yourselves. We have been doing a lot of workshops and Facebook have said that the more interactive you guys are on the feed, the more we'll see your comments, but the further the page spreads as well. So it means new faces, new energies, new people. Thank you for sharing. When you've shared as well, just pop shared and we can say a big thank you. Hi Esther. Hi Philly Ryan English. Thank you for joining us. It really is appreciated. Yes, the box is talking already. Lovely. So if you could let us know if you're ready to start the experiment by filling the screen with as many love hearts and likes as you can. Participation is everything in this experiment, guys. So for those of you who are new, welcome to Lifting the Veil with myself and Craig. Thank you for finding the page. If you are new, please give the page a like and a follow. Following means that you will get notifications for every single live on the page. Like means that you have to go into the event. So if you follow the page, you will automatically get the notifications and you shouldn't miss anything exciting that we do. Welcome to Lifting the Veil, like I said, with myself and Craig, where we mix mediumship with instrumental transcommunication, which is the kit. And this is a collective consciousness stream experiment to see if we can all kind of push together, use our energies as a battery and put the same intent out into the universe, out into the energy field. We push that together and hopefully together with the equipment, we can kind of help those, the other side of the veil, step forward and have clearer communication. So I'm just going to pass you over to Craig now, and Craig's just going to explain a little bit about what you're seeing on the screen in front of you.
Okay, hello everybody. As Casey, thank you very much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. We've got my spirit box, which I built. The spirit box is able to run multiple devices at the same time. So it's like I said, it's mine. It's designed to my specification. I use it every day. Fridays are the one when we film it and it goes live. But the whole of the box is lined with copper. So it is one huge aerial basically, and the reason why we do that is because we want to give as much of a surface area as possible for spirit to be able to not only notice that it's there, but to be able to make it easy for them to speak to us and communicate. And what we've got on the top is a plasma ball. Now I'm very interested in the work of Tesla. I love all of his projects and things like that, and he picked up on a lot of things and a lot of theories which I agree with when it comes to spirit communication. Now, what we've got on top is, as I said, the plasma ball, and the way that it works is basically it's inside that glass ball there, and there's various gases inside, and there's an electrode in the middle. That electrode is running, and it's got an alternating current inside there, which is constantly pumping energy out. Now, the electrodes react with the gas, and there we can see the various bits of the gas reacting, and it's basically trying to escape the ball. The ball is an insulator at the time, so what it's actually trying to do is it's trying to get out. It can't get out at the minute because it's fixed, and what it's looking for is for some kind of interaction from the outside. Now, if that's us, the reason why it goes into our body is because we're just the easiest way out and into the ground. So it's, as I said, it's a fantastic battery, basically, and it's a constant battery which is constantly pumping out that charge that we believe that spirits can come along, and we encourage them and implore them to come along and look at it. And we all know how they work. If you put your finger on it, all of the electrodes will go to one place. So we're looking for that, if the spirit can perhaps touch it, or a spirit doesn't even have to go completely by it and touch it, they can just be by it, and most of those electrodes, those little sparks there that we can see, will be drawn towards them. So we've got a battery on top, and we've got a huge conductor on the bottom, which is the copper. So hopefully they work together, and if it's anything like the other weeks that we have, it works.
Lovely.
So that's great.
So good evening, Damon. Damon is check out their podcast, The Other Dimension. Wonderful podcast. If you're new to the paranormal, if you're not new, just the topics are absolutely wonderful. And my little segment for divination is on their guys' show. Hello to the lovely Jane Mortimer. Jane's part of the Ghost Voice. Jane. Guys, if you want to pop your links in the comments. Another wonderful show. Again, wonderful topics, wonderful people. Hi Lee, all the way from the USA.
Hey Lee.
Hi Lisa, thank you for joining us. And good evening Paul, thank you for joining us as well. Right, so I think we'd like to begin. Like I said, in the comments, I want you to start putting your names of all the people that you want to come through, but as well, I'm going to kind of encourage you all to intertalk. Please comment on anything. It hasn't just got to be about what you're hearing, what you're seeing. If you want to have a laugh and a joke in the comments as well, please do so. The more you guys put in, the more we all get out of it. So if you can just possibly start to just put your names on the screen of the people that we want to contact, and put them in your mind now, and send that consciousness stream out into the universe, out into the field, out into the cosmos, and ask your loved ones to step forward. We mean them no harm. Ask them to step forward in love and respect, and that myself and Craig will look after them whilst they're with us. If they don't want to talk to the equipment, they can talk to me. So guys, start popping your name in the comments now for us. Let's begin. Good evening, spirits. My name's Kay. And this is... Hello. And this is Craig.
Hi.
Hi, I did hear that.
Hello, spirits. We've been chatting to you for well over an hour, haven't we? And we've had some wonderful conversations. So if it's okay, we're going to continue those conversations, and we're going to continue them with our friends. So is there anybody there that wishes to communicate with anybody here? Do you have a name for us? Yeah. Okay, then what's that name? Lisa. Is there a Lisa on there?
Lisa, did you hear that? We've got Lisa Garrett. Lisa, did you hear that? Obviously, as people hear things on the box as well, please comment and let us know what you're hearing as well, because that is very different sometimes to what you're hearing to what we can hear.
I'm sat 2 feet away from the radio, so...
Esther, this live feed isn't actually for a reading, lovely. This is actually for communication with our loved ones. This is kind of, if they pop in, they pop in, but we're not doing full-on reading. So if you want a reading, just send me a message privately, lovely, and I can get back to you. Yes, Lisa, it's actually said Lisa.
Definitely.
So if you've got any named Lisa that you want us to call out for, let us know.
For the spirit that wishes to speak to Lisa, could you perhaps give us your name?
Gone.
If you could give us your name, then we'll be able to address you properly.
Who wants to talk to Lisa?
Me. To Lisa.
Okay. Did you hear that? Did everybody hear that, Lisa? Okay, so who wants to talk to Lisa? Lisa, do you have a name for us as well? Jack. So Lisa wants to ask for Jack. Jack, are you with us? Jack?
Jack, if you are there, could you possibly just confirm your name for me?
Jane wants to know, is that echo / repeat or reverb, Craig? It's
Reverb.
nice and clear. It's reverb, Jane. Jack? Oh, Lisa, what a lovely, lovely energy I feel about Jack. I just feel that he was a really, sensible man. Yes? Organised.
Love Jack.
Love Jack. Did you hear that, Lisa? Love Jack. I just feel that he was super organised. Didn't suffer fools gladly, as in he was sometimes seen as maybe a little bit harder faced, but he was a soft on the centre. So he was such a gentleman on the inside, I feel. Jack, do you have a message for Lisa, Jack?
Now, I heard you say something. I'm not sure if anybody else heard you. Could you say that again for me? We'd love to hear it from you.
What did you think you heard?
I'm positive it said, love Jack.
That's
But I'm
wonderful.
not sure if it could, because you were describing him, I wasn't sure if anybody else heard it.
Okay. Did anybody else hear anything as well? If you did, just let us know in the comments. Jack, did I describe it correctly? It's like he's got a glass of not Guinness, Staves. You know, the old-fashioned Mackies that came in a tin. I just keep getting that flashed. Was Friday your evening tipple night? The one night of the week where you'd have your drink, Jack, and enjoy it? Well, I'm going to have a sip of water, Jack, but I'm going to say cheers, okay? So cheers, Jack. Thank you for joining us. I heard that.
Okay, Jack, before we move on, is there anything that you wish to say? If there's perhaps just one word.
But they're listening and thinking about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I definitely heard Love Jack, 100%.
Hello, Lorian. Thank you for joining
Lorian.
us. Jane said she heard it was a something night.
And you'd asked if it was Friday.
And I'd asked if it was Friday that you had.
Okay, so Jack, we didn't quite catch that. What kind of night was it? Was it a day of the week?
I think Jack's just popped.
Jack, are you there before we move on? Gone. No.
Right.
Okay, well, Jack, thank you.
Okay, Jack. Well, what we'll do is, if you stay with us, if you've got anything to say, just come on, back on, and we can continue this conversation, okay? Right, I'm going to go back through and see if anybody else has had any other names.
Okay.
Hello. That is me.
Okay.
So Esther Lynch wants to ask for Margaret. So Margaret, are you with us? No. Who's with us then?
Yeah.
That was wonderful. Could we speak to Margaret, please?
Okay, Margaret, if you could just wait a second for me. To the spirits on the box. Is there anyone walking around in this house right now? Come on. Are there any spirits walking around in this house? Yes or no? It's gone very quiet.
Lisa said she heard the name Norman.
Norman.
So ask for Norman Craig.
I've just heard very clear footsteps from one side of the room to the other above us. Upstairs. Do that. Stairs. Would you like to come down and speak to us? Come on, nice and clearly. When this box is activated, why do you feel it necessary to appear upstairs?
What have we talked about there being at the top of the stairs? We think, everybody, that at the top of our stairs, particularly because that's where all the activities, there's some sort of portal where the energy's entering and enter out, because while we're talking, we do get lots of footsteps up and down the stairs. And it's quite funny, really, because when we're asking for names, that's when we're getting the voices. So, Norman, Lisa heard your name, Norman. Would you like to talk to us, Norman? Is it him?
Okay.
Ian.
Norman, are you upstairs? Are you upstairs now?
This is strange because the image that I've got in my head is a really peculiar image. Right, really, really tall man. So taller than you. You're what, Craig? 6 foot, 6'4". So I'm going to say about 6'8". So really tall. Absolutely massive feet, massive hands. Like it's really odd, and he's got black trousers on. Yeah, black trousers on, but they are above his ankle, but dark socks, and then the white shirt, leather belts, and a long black coat, like a leather coat that is as long as the ankles, and a hat, like a trilby hat.
No.
But it's white shirt. And it's like the hair is deliberately shaved. Is that right?
Sounds very much like the Hat Man.
It's not Hat Man, no, because it's totally different. This is a person.
Right, okay, Spirit. If that is Norman, are you here to speak to someone? There's lots of whispering. That same man's voice keeps coming through. Right, Norman, could you tell me how old are you? Come on, notice it clearly. What's your age? 3 years. Did you hear that?
Did you?
The lady said 3 years.
Who's 3 years to the lady?
Norman, that's definitely not you.
It's not Norman now.
Don't pretend to be 3.
He is. That is really odd. I'm confused. I'm really confused, Spirits. Norman is a fully grown man. Why would he be 3? Do they mean 3 lifetimes? Thank you, Laurie. I'm putting in here massive congratulations on the magazine article.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Laurie. Thank you.
Okay, well, Norman, I don't think that you're welcome here.
No.
Because this is very strange.
The energy has changed.
So, Norman, I'm going to ask you to remove yourself and we're going to move on. You're not going to get any acknowledgement. What's that?
I'm going to ask you to step back. I'm going to ask you to go back through the energy that you came. We don't want to talk to anybody that's going to be nasty and prevent anybody else from talking to us. So, we are going to ask you to step back. You are removing yourself. And everybody else, you step forward and you continue to communicate. Thank you.
Okay, Spirit, so let's move on now.
Let's move on. Let's see some more names.
Yeah, is there anybody who wishes to speak to us? Hello? What?
So, Philly Ryan wants to ask for Angela. So, Angela, are you with us? Angela, Philly Ryan wants to talk to you. Do you have a message?
We'd love to be able to communicate with you and pass on any messages that you have. Go nice and clearly. Dream.
Come on, Angela. Why do I feel that Angela hasn't really been in spirit for that long? I think less than 2 years. I just feel that she's still learning. You know, like as if she's aware of what's happening, but it's, oh, okay, I've never kind of done this before and it's all new.
Is that right? Is that right for any spirits? Is this your first time using a spirit radio? Third.
Wow, well done. Thank you for learning and coming each week to learn with us, because we learn as much as you do each week, so thank you.
How about any other spirits? How many times have you used this spirit box?
14. Could some of you maybe bring Angela forward and help her come and talk to us, please? That was a definite response.
And it says they have the answer.
Yes, they do. They can, Angela, if that was you, they can help you, as can we. They can help you.
Is this new to you, Angela, coming through this way? Have you perhaps recently started using this type of equipment to communicate back? Kate picked up on someone who has only just started using this. Could you identify yourself, please? Me.
Me.
Okay, so what's your name? Nice and clearly, what's your name?
Woman. Okay, well, everybody, if you can hear anything on the box being said, please comment. If anybody's feeling a bit strange or peculiar, let me know on the live feed as well, because that was a big factor in last week's session. And if you see anything interesting on the comments, just reply to people. There are no rules about if you want to reply to each other in the comments. That's absolutely fine as well. Okay, well, what we'll do, Angela, is we'll leave the energy out there for you to come and talk to us, but if you're unsure, just observe for this evening. And you can come back week after week. I don't feel that she trusts us. I think she's very, I don't know why, my guide is making it really clear that she watches maybe a lot of people who, the exact words are, someone hasn't been telling the truth. And I think she feels that maybe she's had either communication via somebody before and it hasn't made sense, or she didn't make herself clear enough. It's quite confusing how I feel. I feel really confused about it, which is unusual. Before we move on to somebody else, is that right, Angela? Have you spoken to someone like me before, or used or tried to come through before?
That's very whispered, yes. I don't think she's...
No, I don't think so. Okay, Angela, well, what we'll do is we'll move on, but we'll leave the energy out there for her. Like I said, guys, the more you interact on this, the more loves, the more likes. Keep sending the energy, keep sending the intent, and hopefully the energy, kind of the universal energy, will transfer, and we can start getting the amazing responses that we've had. Gosh, last week's was probably, you know, we were all linked somehow last week, which was the most amazing session, absolutely. So yeah, so any more names, everybody? We can't call out without names. I can go on my mediumship, but we like this not to be about us. We want this to be about you. So we need the names in order to call out for you. Spirits, who is the... What's that?
Sandy,
I see. Who is the energy that you stood at the bottom of the stairs now waiting to come in the mail? It's like they're waiting to knock the door. Really, really, really shy.
I mean, you could knock on the door, we'd love that.
Yeah. Really shy. Would have been a smaller, probably. I'm 5'3", so smaller than me. Would have been a really delicate build, and would have been a frail health. Their entire life would have been a frail health. Is that right? Why?
When you were talking, I think you said Peter.
I had Peter come in my head at the same time, but I'm not. I've had that. Right, Peter. Did Craig hear right? Obviously, if there's people that I'm describing and you guys recognise them as well, please comment. I feel like Peter. It's an awful word. It's a terminology that I know because it was said about my granddad. You know, when they have something with their rib cage, they call them like pigeon chesty, where it goes in, so the ribs are quite formed properly. Yes. And what's the problem with your left lung, Peter? The left lung seems different. It's not glowing. Did you only have a quarter or a section of your left lung?
The left. Okay, what was wrong with the left lung?
Black.
And what was that? Okay, if that was black, what was that caused by?
Because he was so small. The time that he's from, he's not a modern. It feels to me like he would have been used to get into confined spaces because he was small enough to dig. Okay. That's what I can hear.
So what? If that's the case, then what did you dig?
Here.
I think I heard it. So what did you dig? I did it twice.
What did you hear? What did everybody else hear?
Okay, I definitely heard that again. Were you in this area? That's new.
That is a new voice. When you say dig and you say here, where did you dig on this property?
Deep.
Lots of stuff then. And I heard things related to Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Spirit, is that right? Yeah. Okay then. So what did you dig nice and clearly? I've heard you say it twice. Nice and loud so everyone can hear you, please. Coal.
Coal.
Thank you. I've heard that. That's a third time.
Thank you, Peter. Peter, do you have a message for anybody that's on this stream tonight? Lorraine said she heard. I heard the spirit saying, I heard that, like they were agreeing. Stacey heard coal.
Yeah. Mary. So if you were digging coal, were you doing? Were you down one of the multiple coal mines in this street? Or were you on the lane?
Young.
Were you on the lane or in one of the shafts? Mary again?
Yeah. And I think he was around 25 when he passed away. Lorraine said she heard this one, this olive, and Lisa said she heard them say this one.
This one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, we are probably 20 yards away from a huge coal seam, and 2 doors up, they have a huge coal mine shaft underneath their house. We are surrounded, we're dotted by coal mines in this area. Were you here when the hospital was in the back garden? Were you around that time? That's a bit early.
I heard that.
Could you tell me how deep was the coal seam? Give me a number. It's very famous.
Do you know what I've just had said to me? My canary, he was Bert.
My canary.
My canary.
For gas.
He was Bert. Is that right? Your canary was named Bert? Like a little tickle, like a little funny.
Yeah.
Libby heard 3, Lorian heard 3.
Yeah.
What a lovely man.
So that's what's fascinating. You ask questions which need a name. For instance, a name is given. You ask for numbers. Numbers are given. That shows it's intelligent.
Is Peter the energy of being when we've been sat on the garden furniture outside?
Possibly, yeah.
Peter, are you the presence that we've been feeling when we've been sat in the garden on the patio behind us?
Yeah.
He's not very big, is he, when you see him when you're
Thank you.
Okay. Do we have anybody else that work with Peter?
Peter, could you perhaps tell me the year? What year do you think it is now? I'll make it easier. Is it the 1800s? I heard is 1800, and then I heard 4, 8.
What? 1848.
Old. Thank you.
Thank you.
So is that right? Is it 1848? Yeah. Here. Okay. So you were digging coal from this area in 1848?
Libby says she's heard the man, and Lorraine said she's heard 4 twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for anybody who doesn't know, sorry for everybody else who does, we actually had a hospital that was built in Victorian times, and it stretched straight through our back garden, and it was the main hospital for a huge coal mining operation which stretched for miles, and it's only about 20 yards from our back garden. Peter?
Hello, Peter.
Okay, Peter, well, thank you very much.
What a lovely man. You know what? Thank you, Peter, for allowing us to kind of know your presence and telling us a little bit about yourself. So when you're in the garden now, we can just say hello to you, okay?
Peter, do you know Emily? That was for the noise. Under there's something find you. Ian?
Under the what?
Under the what find you?
Oh, don't say anything. God, can you imagine that?
That's the same whispering voice. Were we close to finding you when we had a medium using crystals over a picture of our back garden? That'd be so interesting. That medium said he picked up on a male.
Yes, he did.
And he told us where to dig.
And and I'm sure he told me at the time that he would make himself known when the time was appropriate.
Okay, Peter, have we spoken to you before? You did.
Yes, Laurie, and it was. We had a private investigation in the garden. We pulled our resources because things were happening in the garden. Did we dig? Yes, we did dig, Lorraine. We dug in a few places because I've also been told that there's something else linked to Emily in the garden. And she keeps leaving us clues, and we're now close to finding it, but I think I'm going to find that randomly. But the other medium did point out a male, and we used the pendulums, and all 3 of us came up with the same spot. But the other medium, for some reason, I could only pick up on Emily's energy, but the section of the garden where he said he's directly under our shed.
Yeah. And the other section that was to dig up was the section of the hospital where we dug up all of the medicine bottles. Okay, Peter, well, thank you very much. We are noticing more and more, because we're spending more time outside, I think that we see you. Yeah, do I see you at the top of the garden?
So on the bench.
Are you happy in the garden? You do know that you don't have to stay in the garden? Okay, Peter, well...
Do you want us to do the same as what we've done for Emily? See, for Emily, we put Emily some plants so she knew that there was a place for her if she ever decided to cross. So I think we need to do the same for Peter. Peter, would you like that? Would you like us to plant you something in the garden that's yours? Stacey Jackson said, I heard true. Awkward silence. Yet, Lorraine, they are listening. Awkward silence. Okay, well, we'll move on. But thank you, Peter. And it's lovely to meet you, Peter. It's nice to have a name to put to the energy. So, absolutely. So I think it might be the apple tree that another apple tree that we plant for Peter, I think. Emily's got wildflowers. So it's the pretty flowers, but we'll plant him something. Right, any more names, everybody, for us to call out, and we can call out for you. I'm just going to go back through and see if anybody's left any name. So, let's go back through. Obviously, as well, if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments as well. Let's have a look. Okay, so Brian, would you like to talk to us, please? Lorian wants to speak to you. Ian again. Brian? Brian, please come through. Come and speak to us, or speak to me. You can touch the plasma ball, remember. You can make that change. Or you can take some of the energy from it if you want to. Lorian said, after we said you don't have to stay in the garden, they were like, what now? They're on a tree. Everybody heard tree when we asked Peter what he wanted planting.
Okay, Peter.
So I said the apple tree. We could do. I said Emily's got wildflowers, and she like meadow flowers. So I think Peter can have the apple tree.
I missed that, everyone. I just popped out to see if our little one was still asleep, because I'm constantly hearing Ian. I'm constantly hearing knocks and bangs upstairs, so I just nipped out then.
Lorian, I've just had like the most loveliest arm put around my shoulder, like a really like self-affirming, like you'll be okay, like a real like caretaker of a person. I've just been made to feel like it's okay. I'll make you feel safe. Good evening, Mark. Thank you for joining us.
Is it Brian? Is that what you're asking for, Brian?
Brian.
Now, I don't know if anybody else heard that, but when Kay was speaking, it said a man said twice, Bry, and then Bry. Was it shortened at all, Lorian? I could definitely hear.
Yeah. I keep seeing like a dot board and dots. Like a totally random like thing to keep getting. A dart going into the bullseye. Strange. I'll have a think about that. Lorian heard Brian.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Definitely. Brian, do you have anything to say to Lorian?
I heard hi and get back.
She wasn't sure if it was shortened.
Bry?
Bry, okay.
Do you see him?
Yes, I do see him. Yes, I do.
Do you see?
Sleeves rolled up. You know when you're at a desk, you roll the sleeves up. But like Friday afternoon when the tie comes under, you roll the sleeves up.
Seems like there's a conversation going on there. I heard good morning,
Yeah.
and then I heard, are you awake? That man whispering. Maybe.
Stacey says her little boy's been playing darts most of the day.
Oh.
Oh, Stacey, that's lovely. So are you trying to get a message to Stacey? Yes.
Could you perhaps give me the name of her son? Her son. Did anyone else hear that? That was definite. That female said hold him, the same one who said her son.
Yeah. Do you have a message for Stacey? Yes. What would you like to say?
Anything?
I just feel like it's hold them tight.
I definitely heard hold him.
Hold them as tight as you can. Like, it's almost as if, like, you know, when you go, oh, squeeze the air out of them because you love them so much, it feels like they're sending, like, something that they would have done in life. Like, literally pick them up, scoop them off the feet and squeeze them so tight. Lorraine heard boy and girl. I was pregnant with him when she passed. Okay. I've gone so hot.
On me.
Like, really hot. Obviously, if anybody else is having
strange
feelings or experiences in their home, let us know as well. That is like part of the shared collective consciousness that actually starts to happen.
Then that's what we're aiming for.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all energy, we're all linked.
It's very strange because Thank you. You know, the experiment that I run daily, I get people's names all the time.
Yeah.
You know, people who are on this. You know, some of you who are on there now, I'll get your names every day, so it's definitely working, 100%. It's pure.
That was a new one, come on. Yeah. Like, it was really...
I like listening. I like sitting there sometimes. Yeah. It's not very exciting on the feed, but I like sitting there sometimes listening.
I like
Guess
it.
what? What's that?
What? Behind you. Unless you're climbing on my shelving unit, then obviously you can't be behind me. You can be to my left or you can be to my right, but usually you come from my left. Are you by the front door?
See, I'm with that. Temperature's changed. Temperature's gone cold now. Yeah. Who's affecting the temperature in this room? Okay, Spirit.
Okay.
Right. Let's go back to our initial question of, is there anybody that you wish to speak to? John Smith then.
What? John?
John.
Do you have a message for John? What do you want to say to John? obviously there may be some of you watching this back as a replay and not live. Please don't feel that you can't comment either. If you're hearing things after, please pop it in the feed. And John, if you are watching this as a replay, let us know if anything that's been said makes sense to you. Lorien just had my attention drawn to the mirror. I've never even noticed it really before. I'm going to be watching. Pay attention to it, Lorien. It may be that somebody might come and appear and say hello. That's really interesting.
Spirits, is there anybody that, anything you wish to say, anybody you wish to speak to? Even in the hour before, we were having a conversation, but it was very quiet. I know. Is everyone busy today?
I have a question for you from our friend in the USA, Lee. And Lee wants to know, can the spirits tell her where she's going? Where is Lee going in the USA?
Okay, so where is Lee now?
Jane said she heard, I'm sorry, and Lorien said, I heard bed.
Now, when I run my experiment, Lee, that's one of the names that you always give me. Can you tap into some of that energy? Use that collective consciousness, and could you tell me, where's Lee now? Where is Lee? I've used this box many times, haven't I?
Jane's heard blood twice now.
He's dead.
What? That's interesting, isn't
I
it?
said he's dead.
Who's dead?
Him. Is this something to where Lee is now? Is this the building? The building where Lee is? Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
I mean, Lee, is your hotel haunted?
Probably. I feel as well, Lee, on your investigation tonight, I really, really feel there's going to be a few lurkers. A few lurkers. Like, what I mean by lurkers is you're going to have, I don't know why, just hiding, really wary of. Yeah, it's very strange. Female voice, not through the box. The vocalisation, go on. Listen back. We listen back when we go to bed, Jane. We always do.
Yeah.
And I'll go back through the comments. Craig, did you just whisper?
Nope.
Nope.
Was that a spirit that whispered? That definitely wasn't me.
Ooh,
That sounded quite spooky.
that was a new lady. That was a brand new lady. Would you like to talk to us, to the brand new female voice? Come and talk to us, please.
She's in there. Did you just say she's in there? Where is she? Come on, Spirit, we're leaving you.
Laurie,
Very long gaps.
Keeping the eye on the mirror. Maybe she's in there. Ask for her, Lorraine, just in case. Jane heard Lee injured. I'm going to message her when we come off this line. No. Thank you, Lee, for replying. I just went into a mild panic. Oh, goodness me. That is really interesting, isn't it? So we're obviously talking, are we talking to Lee, another Lee?
Whoa, Lee.
Hello, Lee. So are we talking to a male Lee?
That was a female,
or
definitely.
Female. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk to Lee, who's on the live?
You have to be nice and clear for us. I know that it's been now.
Stop.
That was still going.
Okay.
Thank you. That was a lot of voices there.
Right, so can we start to digest what was just said? So who wants to go first then?
That was a tap.
Is that the door or is it the
Centre
floor?
in the hall.
Right, so to all of those voices, listen to me now. Which one of you is giving me pain behind my left eye? What a pain right behind my left eye.
I can hear.
Talking.
I can hear talking.
Okay.
Can anybody else hear voices which aren't on the radio? Jane and Lorraine, it's like what people were saying they were hearing when we were on your show. I can hear it in the background. It's me.
Who's that then?
I would love for you to... You can have that conversation, you can shout it if you want to, so that we can all hear you.
What was that one?
I don't know.
That was like when you go in the cellar and you can hear like the dripping in the steps in water. Yes, Jane said the same female noise has happened twice. No reverb, so definitely not through the box.
Yeah, 100%.
And Dorian says it was definitely a child I heard while we were chatting on Monday. Okay. That's really interesting, isn't it? That means like an ultra cleanse tomorrow. I do it regularly, everybody, so don't worry. That didn't sound like European voice, did it?
No. Barely. See, it's really strange. I'm listening to that, but I'm also listening
To the conversation.
Yeah, and which I can. It's so clear.
I keep hearing in my head, Dale. I don't know why. Dale and Sicily. Have I got your names? Dale.
If you are there, could you say your name for us, please? Nice and clearly, don't shout. Do we have a Dale?
I can hear crying now.
Do you have any spirits on this radio now who... Are you upset? Are you causing that crying sound? Listen to all those replies. Thank you. But I need it a lot more clearer than that. Clearly.
Thank you.
Okay,
yeah.
thank you. Is someone upset? Are you upset by something?
Mark says I just heard "I'm coming" in what sounded like an Irish woman's voice.
Eve?
Hello, Eve.
Was that name as a reply to that comment by Mark?
Right, the spammers, everybody. Please do not reply to Ifasago, Buablo. I'm blocking them now. So please don't reply. It's great. You know what, Lorian? It means we're doing something right if we get the spammers. So yeah, please don't respond to any of the spammers, everybody. They're all blocked.
Makes me feel wanted when we have spammers.
Makes me feel very special.
Making new friends.
Making new friends. Is that right?
I feel we have lots and lots of different spirits here, and a lot of you are trying to come through at the same time.
Yeah. It's like they've all come from the same pocket.
Yeah.
A different pocket.
Does that mean that where you are now, you're aware that we are here every Friday? Are you aware that we're here each Friday trying to communicate with you, giving you a way to speak?
Exactly. I did hear that.
That was so clear. Okay, so how are you made aware? Feel.
What do you feel?
Lots.
I've got the
Lots of... Are you told, or do you just sense the energy? Is that how you know what we're doing? Peace at once.
Wow. I really like that lady.
Yeah.
She was so serene.
Listen how calm it's gone.
She brought
Michael, how clear was that?
Hello. Do you want... Hello. Is your name Michael? God. Or do you want to speak to Michael? Lorien said, think, then feel in regards to how do you do it.
Yeah.
And then just said something in my dining room, but I've got my headphones on, so no clue what it was. Sounded vocal though. Check your mirror, Lorien.
Yeah, Lorraine, I can hear. I can still hear it here.
Did you hear that Black Country all night? That was brilliant. Libby, we heard God as well. Yeah.
I've never heard that one.
No, man.
Michael, I mean, if you are there, could you maybe say hello? Hi, hello?
Can you smell anything? No.
I can smell.
Wait, can you smell the candles? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I can
Can
smell.
you smell anything over the
No.
candles?
No.
Okay, that's interesting. I can smell like incense. You know, similar to when I've been burning the frankincense, but we've got no frankincense burning. We've had a Nag Shampa maxi stick. That's a different smell. It smells like holy. Does that make sense? Like what you'd smell like at mass. That's me.
Oh God.
At mass. Yeah. Dada.
It works.
What works? Yeah, Lorien, that was me. It's on my lap. The singing bowl's on my lap. It keeps rolling round on the chair, and I'm frightened of it dropping on the floor and knocking the tripod over. Sorry. Yeah,
Do that. That's so loud.
Yeah, definitely a deep male voice, isn't it? And it's a new voice as well. That is totally new. Can we have your name, please? God. What is that all about?
Dale.
Hello? Yes, Dale, are you talking to me now? You're talking to me and Craig? Just give it to me, somebody whispered. Lorien just said she heard, just give it to me. What would you like? What would you like us to give to you? The Bible.
Yeah, I heard Bible. Did anyone else hear that? A whisper of Bible.
This is odd because I collect old vintage Bibles, and they are all Palo Santo before they're brought in the house.
Do we have your Bible? Yeah.
Yeah. Have we recently brought the Bible?
Yeah. Where did we get it from?
Sounded like an agitated man. We say, well, the Bible that's on the shelf is to a John, is it?
John.
John, and it was for his confirmation, I think.
In 1920.
1920. John? John? Do we have your Bible?
We do.
I'll look after it, I promise, John. I'll treasure it and I'll look after it the same way that you did. Jane said she heard we see, and yeah. I promise, John, that I will look after the Bible. I buy them to keep them safe so as they don't get burnt or thrown in skips. Did I mention the name John earlier? Yes, we did. Yes. I never put the two together.
No.
Until the Bible came up.
Are those all the references to God?
Interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Well, thank you, John, because that Bible, for it being so small, the illustrations in it are beautiful, and the handwriting that's inside it is absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Do we have any other spirits in the house which are associated with any more books?
I know what you're talking about. Lee made it to a hotel safe and sound. Good, Lee. Get some rest. And I hope that the witchy fair tomorrow goes wonderfully. Yeah, we had John Smith earlier, and then we've got obviously John. The name John's in the Bible. I'll get a picture of that Bible as well.
God.
Elsie. Do we have anybody else's book?
Is there anybody who's just walked into this room? It's really weird. I feel like there's someone standing right next to me. It's still that.
Okay, some people heard the name Elsie when I heard.
Yeah.
Elsie! What was that?
I don't know.
That made me feel really uncomfortable.
Don't.
Very uncomfortable.
Leave it.
Okay.
They're in dark. Hear that? They're in
I did
dark.
hear that. Well, if they are in dark, they can step into the light and talk to us. We are about love and light and compassion. And if you're not very nice, then we're not going to acknowledge you. Lorien says weird, trying to focus on John, suddenly felt agitated and wanted to switch you off.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You did.
Did you hear that, Lorien? The voice says you did. Wonderful. If anybody else is feeling agitated as well, let us know. John, I'm so sorry that you feel agitated. Are you agitated at the way we got your book because we brought the book, we brought the Bible? Because the Bible actually came from a beautiful bookshop where the man encourages people to read the books, and he sells the books that nobody else wants because he's aware that they're going to be destroyed. Lorraine feels it was John that whispered Elsie as well.
The time frame and the name would match up 100%.
I don't think we brought it, but I'm sure we may not have the book, we could have it, but I remember reading one of the books we've got, it was for somebody's 25th wedding anniversary. What's going on? What was that?
I don't...
That box, is it? How are we time-wise? Right, everybody, it's 20 past 10, so we'll do a few more minutes till 25 past, I think.
Let's work out what's just happened there.
Okay.
Yes, let's do it.
Yes.
Other things have just attempted to
turn on.
To go on the sound bar, to connect on the sound bar.
The television remote earlier. As well, guys, when we put this on about an hour before, and the television remote kept turning itself up and down, and we were actually talking about the volume of the box. Strange. No, Lorien.
What's that?
Craig, you whisper.
No, I promise. I'm still interested in what's just going on there.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It's the lid on my water bottle, everybody.
You know, as case of today, we sat there and the TV, just your TV.
And
thank you.
Lorien, after we were on the Ghost Voice on Monday night, we went upstairs, the light was on in the bedroom and the TV was on. And there was no... I said to Craig, for goodness sake, when you come up here, can you make sure you turn things off? And Craig says, I didn't, I had a shower and I put my things in the washing machine straight away, so nobody's been upstairs. So that was strange. So I think they were listening to us on Monday as well.
Yeah. Spirits, have you preferred this week? We've taken a bit of a different approach where we've just allowed you to speak. You know, we've been quiet.
It's been really...
No, speak. Do that,
yeah,
no, speak.
It's been really strange this week because, you know, normally where it's like, I get that, the mediumistic thing, one after the other, it's as if they've waited this week. And like you said, the box, it just feels different.
The house this week, the whole house has felt busy.
Even though it's been...
That's the way I describe it.
Even though
really
after,
busy.
like we said, after Monday, speaking to you, Laurie, and we always cleanse it. I cleansed it again on Wednesday. And then I'll cleanse it again after the session tonight. But it does feel really busy, doesn't it? I think it's since we said they were a part of the family, I think they've all officially cemented themselves in with us, which is quite lovely, really.
It's really strange, guys, because I'm sat here and to the left of me is like an open space and to the hallway. And it's that feeling when you're in an investigation and you can feel it building and building and building and you're thinking, right, something's going to happen in a minute. Like, I can feel it. I've got that now. I've got goosebumps.
Laurie's just said, I still feel ratty, and then heard the John whisper again. I don't know what to do to help him with the Bible. Do we leave the Bible out tonight on the table for him to come and have a look at, or are we going to agitate him further because of him not being able to take it with him almost?
John, what would you... If we take it back, someone else will buy it. I know.
So
what would you like us to do?
want to have the Bible, John? Imagine taking it back to the bookshop with a name. Someone's going to come in your bookshop this week. You make sure they get the Bible.
The thing is that at the bookshop they already think it's haunted.
Yeah.
Imagine if we go back and say, oh, there's a ghost,
What,
a spirit,
the book back?
there's a spirit attached to this Bible, can you have it back? They just wouldn't.
Could he be traced to pass it on to family?
We've got his name.
We've got his name. We could. Depends if it's just got John in it, doesn't it? I'll have a look later.
What was that?
That was a dog, and
that was right here.
There's one of the footsteps in the kitchen. Lorraine said, "Put it." That's what she heard.
What would you like us to do? Put it back? Put it out?
Would you like me to put it in the church, in the local church?
No.
What can we do with the Bible, John, to make you feel better?
Just John, please. Shall we take it to the church, John, tomorrow?
I can donate it to the local church and make sure that it's used on a Sunday during worship.
We'll try that. We'll do that.
We can gift it, actually. You can, I wonder if he doesn't like the fact of what shelf it's on with all of my things.
Oh, yeah.
Because all the Bibles are with my, all of my reference books. So it's next to like the Bad Gita. It's next to, kind of, you know, all my books on what I do, my chakras. So I'm wondering if he's just a bit concerned that it's a bit ungodly, maybe. Is that what you're worried about? It's ungodly, John? Please help, do you? Okay. Obviously, we will let you all know what we've decided to do with the Bible, and if John gives us some more instructions, and we will actually follow him. What do you think, John? What do you want us to do, sweetheart?
In a whisper, I heard they stole it.
Oh.
It's the same whisper.
Yeah. Lorraine says, I was thinking you should give it to Poppy, and I heard a whisper child. It wasn't my idea to give it to Poppy, but the intent was there.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Well, she's going to have all of our books, and I think her friends are going to freak out when they see what we have.
Well,
Most definitely.
how are we time-wise?
Do that to the girls.
Yeah.
Okay, John, would you like us to give it to someone? I mean, what's her name? I think he may have gone.
I think he may have gone. So we will get to the bottom of that, everybody. We won't just leave it.
Try one more time, okay? Okay, John, if you are there, if Lorian was correct, just to give it to our little girl, what's her name? No, I don't think so.
Well, we'll keep you updated on the Bible, but what I think we're going to do is see if we can do a little bit more digging tomorrow to see what he wants to do.
I'll run the box, as I always do.
And what I think we will do is literally, the local church is literally 2 minutes away from the house, and there is actually like a donation box for books, Bibles, etc. So I think what we'll do is we'll take the spirit box maybe with us to the entrance and see if he instructs us. If he doesn't instruct us, we'll bring it back home, and then we'll, if there is a full name in it, do a bit of digging to see if there's anybody who we can pass it on to. If that fails, then
we'll run the box again.
We'll run the box again
until we get a definitive.
And we'll just keep the dialogue open. I think there's somewhere where that Bible needs to be. Like you said, it's in the hand. Yeah, and I think we'll get to the bottom of it. Right.
Okay, Spirit. Thank you very much for everything that you've done for us, and the communication that we have, and the communication that I have daily. Brilliant.
And thank you
thank
as well.
Thank you very much.
And thank you as well for helping those people who have struggled tonight, because it's been wonderful. Did you just say Jane, spirits?
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah. I feel, Jane, that the lady that frequents your stairs, it's like up and down, and I go up and I go down, and I go up and I go down, and I go up, and that's all I can hear on a continuous loop, Jane. And it feels as if she hovers around one of the bedrooms because she knows she's not allowed to create havoc. But I just feel that she hovers around you, and she's got a real affinity with you. Obviously, like you said before, with the property, but I just feel like she's got a real affinity with you, Jane, that she identifies with you of some sort. I feel as though she says to me like kinship, both misunderstood people, and she likes your energy because it's almost as if you stand up for her and you understand her, that she can exist as a spirit in your physical realm. Thank you, Alice. A few more minutes before we go, everybody. And we'll call it a day. Cup of tea.
Yes, please. Yeah, it's been
an interesting one. Very different
like,
this week.
From but this is what happens in the paranormal.
Yeah. Been very deep.
This is a lot easier than having 30 guests and trying to keep them happy for 6 hours when nothing's happening.
In the cold.
Yeah, so we can't complain.
With copious amounts of caffeine.
Yeah, but it's been a very... The hour-long experiment I run before this, that was I was having communication, but that was a quiet one.
Yeah.
Whereas the one last week was fantastic, and the ones this week have all been amazing.
I just love the stories that come through. Well, thank you, spirits. Oh, thank you, Tina. Thank you, Jane.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Like I said, if there's anybody who you feel needs to see this, then direct them our way. continue to share and like. And to those of you who are watching this as a replay, you can still comment, because I will still go through the comments and reply to you. Any questions, put me a message on the page. Obviously, if anybody wants a reading, whether that be tarot or mediumship, just let me know. I won't bore you, but there's a list of all the services on my page, and there's also a little online shop along the tab, so just have a look in there. You want to purchase anything, or again have any questions, just let me know.
Mark, if you're still on there, your last part came today, so I'm building it tomorrow and we'll post it out straight away.
Wonderful. Lovely. I'll check it now, Jane. We've got all the devices on for you, so I'm going to check it now for you. Thank you, Petra. So we're going to love you and leave you, spirits. Thank you so much for your participation this evening. And have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe as always, everybody. Yeah. And we will see you next Friday at 9 o'clock. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.